Okay, hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Fire Emblem Three Houses. Last mission we did our auxiliary battles, probably for the month, because we've kind of been chasing supports. To be honest, I'm getting a bit sick to death of the supports, but we committed to it. Let's, embrace the commitment. It'll make the end of the month all the more interesting. Let's just explore the monastery. Although we still haven't touched those DLC supplies, I would like to remind everyone. So just out of interest, so a silver sword plus in the sword tournament. I feel like Felix probably is good enough for the sword tournament. Yeah. Right. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna save scum this if we don't win. I know that may not be thrilling, but like I don't know quite how.
It was meant to be.
Well, I think we will take a silver sword plus. Okay. No, we're not going to win this.
You haven't earned my pity.
I can see this now. This will be beyond us, but right.
One to remember.
Yeah, we might win the semi, but we're just not going to win the fight because we don't get to heal. Oh, we can restore HP. I didn't see that. Yeah. Okay. I didn't realise that was a thing. Ooh, running close.
Alright, next.
Cool. Yeah. Right, okay, fine. Items, Felix. So Iron Sword is 5 weight, 6 105, and the Silver Sword Plus. I mean, it's a lot better, but that 8 weight. I guess he's already got Killing Edge Plus now. Oh, Byleth. Byleth is using the Steel Sword Plus, which is not bad. Oh, that needs to be stored and indeed passed to Hilda. I think we can probably train for that. So 13, 8, 90. Yeah, so it's just like worse in every way. Okay. Where is the Silver Sword Plus? Fine. I'm not sure we even need that. Hilda. I'm not even sure you can use it, but I'll put it there. That's where I can use Apocalyptic Flame. Nice. Yeah, I think we just prioritise speed with Felix. Right, okay. At least we don't have to run around searching the entire thing. We can do this. Do the...
Pardon me.
It probably wasn't the best day to do this on, actually, because... Well, we might have been better doing it next month. But whatever. Next week. Right, let's harvest this. golden apple, always nice. Give me 4 mixed fruit seeds and some white flower seeds. Yes, I'd like to plant them. Yes, I'd like to cultivate them. Okay, and what was the golden apple? Permanently increases charm by 1. I think he's going to hit max charm, so I think we'll store that. Dimitri's definitely not going to hit max charm. He's pretty fucking lousy at it. I guess. Quite sure what happened there. I was looking up, but anyway. Yeah, what? Right, right, please excuse me just 1 second. Right, recording can now resume. That was an immensely frustrating thing. I saw what I thought was a message pop up in the bottom right. Of course, as you'll be able to tell by just skipping back, it was just somebody walking into shot, just a character model, which unfortunately is going to add ages onto this, because not for the video, not for you the viewer, but for me, like and needing to do an edit 5 minutes in is, well, yeah, anyway, it's fine. Worst things happen at sea, as the saying goes. Yeah, golden apple. I mean, Dimitri's. He is the person that we have using this quite a lot, so I think... Oh shit, have I not got the sound on? I don't know if that's... Were you getting sound there? Apologies, I'm not going back to edit that. Absolutely not. Right, anyway. Dimitri, one of many charmless men in this house.
I should probably keep things to myself. But in all honesty, what matters to me, more than anything, is ensuring a peaceful, quiet future for my parents. I don't care about the kingdom. I simply want to remove the threat of the Empire. Because of this, Dimitri's fixation on Edelgard is convenient to me. I fight for my own reasons, and no others.
Cool. Yeah. As I say, fair play, best girl, fair play. Alright. There's one note. Is that selfish of me? Even though, right, okay, I mean that, given that it, right, okay, just bad on my part, that. We were, I feel like we were saving up for, ooh. We're nearly at one of those that, yeah, I think unfortunately we kind of need to. I wonder why it's so expensive on that one.
See you
Yeah,
again soon.
I think we hang on for the experience boost. Like experience is a problem. Right, Dorothea and Mercedes. I think we're just kind of committed to those two now, just using it for the faith.
I'll keep my voice down. I hope.
This experience.
This is critical, yeah. Right. And I think we get bonuses for anything sweet. So, piss off, Casper. Yeah, Sweet Tooth Week. Yeah. Okay. Well, all I can say is wow. Right, well, I mean, that's frustrating, isn't it? And I think did you say we could only do one of them? Oh no, we've at least got a couple of chickpeas. Okay, fine. Well, let's have a look in, no, not the special, never the special. I mean, Bernie Dorothea is the thing. Let's have a look. What does Lysithea have? Not a great deal on here. Does Cyril like it? I don't know that he does. New. We could technically do the Hanneman one, but I don't.
Lysithea, do you like this kind of food? How is the seasoning? Is it hot enough?
Hey, the professor is right here. Can you please stop paying me so much attention? Thanks.
Yeah. Right, okay. I guess Mercedes Ingrid. We can do Mercedes and Annette just with each other. Oh, Mercedes and Hilda though. Mercedes and Eloise. I'll do Mercedes and Eloise, 'cause I think he was up for it, wasn't he? Yeah. Right, okay.
Oh, my favorite food. You've got to try this.
This is my absolute favorite.
Sick. Right, and that. Excuse me a sec. That's gonna be a double sneeze. Annette and Hilda is not an awful shout.
Yummy.
Okay. Right. Who else have we got? I mean, Bernie Dorothea. I'm assuming that Bernie Dorothea, like, we haven't got to max with, like, between the two. Oh no, right, okay, easy.
Ooh, this is my favorite. I think I.
What is it? I thought it was a slightly weird dialogue thing, but Lynn does not have Marianne. Lynn has Catherine, which is not what I would have expected, but no. Lynn, Marianne, Flame, Shamir. So Lynn, Marianne, Flame, Shamir, Lynn and Flame. Okay. And then we kind of need to get people up for
This is my favorite.
This is nearly.
delicious. And mother's cooking that. Very good. Right. And then I guess it was Shamir. Can we do Catherine? Oh no, it wasn't Catherine and Shamir. It was. Oh, we haven't got any left in. Right. Okay. Fine. So let's go to goals instead. Felix, Sylvain, Ingrid, and Ferdinand. Right, okay, have we got Petra is maxed out with 30. In fact, she's just kind of maxed out with everyone. Guess Petra and Ignatz, can we get that? Yeah. I think this might be a rather difficult one to find. Right, okay. Petra. Gonna go Petra Ignat.
I would be liking that greatly.
This food is a revelation. I can't help but smile when I eat it.
I feel like with Ignatz, in one of the other ones, right, sorry, what was the goal? Felix, Sylvain, Ingrid, Ferdinand. Felix, Sylvain, Ingrid, Ferdinand. Felix and Sylvain together. Oh, unless Ferdinand has got a thing because he's an odd one out, unfortunately. So I guess we'll go Felix, Sylvain, and then we'll do something for Ingrid. Assuming that we can get Felix, Sylvain, of course, but wow, okay, yeah. 2 fish saute, thank you.
That looks... Yeah, you just...
Right, and then Inga's. Who would you like to boost with? Bernie, Dorothy, I guess we could do Raphael. We might be able to do Ingrid Seteth, actually. That was quite a good little thing before, and we have it right here, so here it goes. Cool.
I appreciate any good.
The flavor is nostalgic.
Let's watch some supports. Mercedes and Eloise. Get out of the way.
Mercedes, hello. I have a request for you.
Oh, Eloise. What could you possibly need at this hour?
A little birdie told me you're good at telling ghost stories.
I suppose I am.
Put your fists up, Mercedes.
Excellent. I'd like to hear one of your finest ghost stories. Would you be amenable?
Goodness, you want me to share one? Well, certainly. I'm rarely asked to tell ghost stories. Which should I tell? Perhaps the one I heard in the monastery the other day.
Oh, wait a moment.
Is something the matter?
Well, I was only asking whether you'd tell me. The telling itself will have to be another time.
Are you sure? It's no trouble right now.
No, I have to steel myself. I mean, I have something important to do.
I see. That's a shame, but I suppose it can't be helped. If you don't mind my asking, why the sudden interest in hearing a ghost story?
Yeah, Eloise.
Well, you see, ghosts terrify me. But I'm a knight. Someday, somewhere, I may have to deal with one.
Or is there?
A knight who's afraid of ghosts.
Yes, it's quite embarrassing.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. Even knights can't be stoic toward everything. I'm impressed that you're working so hard to face your fear.
Yeah, well done.
No, it's nothing, really.
I will tell you my scariest ghost story the next chance I get.
Oh, it needn't be your very scariest. Moderately scary story will suffice. Thank you for taking the time.
Okay, I quite enjoy... Yeah, I enjoyed that, and I don't enjoy many with Mercedes, so yeah, maybe there's... Enjoy that. Annette, these are normally painful. Okay, but Hilda might be able to save it.
Ooh, you're keeping your room really tidy these days,
Oh yes, it's
Hilda.
this one. Yeah.
I'm pretty good at cleaning, I found out. I guess I was being lazy before. I figured that if I left it to somebody else, I might lose another vase.
Pause.
I'm sorry again about that. And about all of the other things I knocked over too. Yeah, the shelves and the chairs and my clothes and my makeup. Ugh, I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. I put everything back, didn't I? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You know, Annette, you should try to be a little more selfish. Hmm? That was a quick change of subject. You said how hard you've been working not to disappoint your family. You cleaned my room, or tried to, because I was feeling overwhelmed. You're always taking on other people's burdens. You might be right. It could be nice to do something for myself sometime. But if I hadn't tried hard for other people's sakes, maybe I wouldn't have tried at all. I might not have...
Oops,
So
apologies.
really, I don't regret a thing. Who I am now is the sum of everything I've done. You're so soft-hearted, Annette. You really think so? I didn't mean it as a compliment. But anyway, I just thought of something you can do for me. You can take a nap with me. A nap? But I'm not done with my chores. Yeah, I could use a little shut-eye, and it feels nice to snuggle up with someone. So, why don't we lie down for a bit? Are you sure it's okay to nap right now? I still have stuff to do for the professor. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Later I'll help you with your stuff, and it'll be done in no time. Oh, fine. Just for a bit. The sunlight coming through the window is awfully nice. Isn't it? Nothing better than a nice lazy nap in the middle of the day. It really is relaxing.
And that sleeps with their eyes open. I used to know somebody who did that. Fell asleep at parties and
Already dozing.
fast asleep.
She
eyes
must have
open.
needed this nap really bad. I'm feeling a little drowsy myself. Sleep well, Annette.
I thought it was really cool, the person who slept with their eyes open, but you know, a lot of people were quite unnerved by it, which I think is fairly understandable. I mostly am just making conversation. That story is true, but yes, it is mostly said just to avoid like any discussion on as to what was happening in Fire Emblem. Let's move on to this one.
It's peaceful here. Flowers are so calming. Just looking at these, it's like all the terrible parts of the day just disappear.
When
If
suddenly-
only people could be more like flowers.
What's Byrne doing? She looks like there's something wrong.
All these nobles are just terrifying. And the commoners? Just look at Dorothea. So pretty, popular, dazzling. There's no way someone like me could ever be close with someone like that.
Byrne, are you okay?
Dorothea! Did you hear all that?
Just the part about you wishing you could get along with someone. So, Byrne, who have you got a crush on? Seriously now, you have to tell me. Who are they? Do I know them? I'm so excited for you, Byrne.
No. I was actually thinking about being friends with you.
Me? I thought we already were friends.
That's not what I mean. Oh, I'm such a coward. I thought it would be great if we could be closer. But old memories just get in the way for me.
Byrne, whatever happened in the past, you know you have my full support. I'm here for you. I thought we'd already been friends for a long time now. Please.
Just forget it. We'll never be close friends. Father would just... He would just... No!
Wait, Father? What did she mean by that?
Yeah. Okay, and then let's say Lysithia. Oh God. Right. Okay. When I played this the first time, some of these were like hold on to your hat moments. Let's see what it's like.
Phew.
next.
That about wraps it up for today's training. No thanks to a certain distraction. Professor Hanneman, I know you're there. It's extremely unsettling the way you're always staring like that.
Oh, my apologies, child. I was trying to remain inconspicuous, not wanting to interrupt.
Your half-hearted attempt to hide your weird staring only makes it weird.
Well, I must apologize. In the future, I shall do my staring out in the open.
That might ease the weirdness, but it will continue to be extremely unsettling.
I have no desire to disturb nor to disquiet you. But you are a most exquisite subject for my crest research. And you understand that the foundation of all research is observation.
I was talking with a friend the other day who is fascinating individual who have many strings to their bow. But right now, she's a trainee midwife, and we were talking about twins, and like, if you, as soon as you give birth to twins, the research fellows will just begin to congregate and swarm on you. Like, it is, twins are fascinating to research scientists, and like, often I think we think about like ethical boundaries being crossed in like really dramatic and horrifying ways, but like a lot of the time it's just, you know, let people live their lives, you know, like it's they're only like, you know, I guess we talked at work. Sorry, I'm going to interject on this because it's got a thought running in my head now. One of the things we did at our old work was talked about microaggressions, which is a really bad name for what it is. I think I don't like the name microaggressions because that implies a sort of aggressiveness implies blame on the aggressor, whereas I don't know that that's necessarily the way it should be viewed, but more sort of micro woundings would be a better way to put it. But like, yeah, I think his name's Richard Osman. He was like a British TV personality and writer, a bright chap. But he also he happens to be quite tall. I think he's about 6'8" or something like that. And he was talking about this. Is a really good video. Have a look, and if you can, search on YouTube. Richard Osman. I hope that's his name. Microaggressions, and he talks about the fact that, like, you know, he gets people like coming up to him in the street saying, "Oh," who don't know him, who are like, "Oh, you're tall, aren't you?" And he says that, like, you know, that's fine the first time it happens, but it's exhausting when that's happened to you 10 times that day, every day, for the last, you know, like 40 years of his life, or I'm not quite sure how old he is, but, you know, and if you've ever been in a situation where you are sort of like it's not a like for like comparison, like, by any stretch, but I remember when I was a teenager, I was like, I always used to dress in like really like sort of like grunge inspired ways, so like ripped jeans, like when it was not a particularly fashionable thing, and people would say like "Oh mate, you got a hole in your jeans," ha ha ha, and it's like, yeah, hearing that the first time in the day is kind of fine, but by like the fourth, it's exhausting. And that was, you know, like I say, it's not a like for like comparison. It's something you can, you know, I can choose to not wear those jeans. Richard Osman can't choose to not be 6'8" or whatever it is. You know, so it gets exhausting. But going back to the twin side of things, this is the sort of research, like, ethics that you have to question. It's not like, you know, it's easy when we think about ethics to think about like real horror show stuff, you know, like, and that being ethically awful. But there's an ethical question to, like, even asking somebody, like, or do you mind if I do some research with it? If that's going to be done again and again and again, like, that's difficult for a person. That's wearing. And maybe there needs to be. It's tough because like twin studies are useful academically. The whole sort of nature nurture debate, which is, Christ, who was it? It's not Pavlov. Is it Erickson? One of these psychologists. Twins are really crucial. Really help set an understanding for that. But people need to live their lives, so yeah. Anyway, this is what we're sort of looking at here. Lysithea being the example of the girl with two crests. Hanneman, the researcher. Will Fire Emblem Three Houses explore this complicated, sort of the research versus the person debate? Probably not. I can't remember. I do remember some of the bits feeling like spoilers, but like I think probably spoilers that's worth having. When I watched it, I wasn't clear what the Japanese version was going for between Hanneman, the oldest person in the school, and Lysithea, the youngest. Well, I think Cyril's technically the youngest, but the youngest girl in the school. And it left me a bit uneasy. Hopefully I watch it this time around with you all, and we go like, oh no, it wasn't that. You've misunderstood. Hopefully.
I understand well enough, and I'll do my best to ignore it. But in return...
In return, I will keep your secret. I have not spoken a word of your twin crests, not even to the church. If they knew I was withholding such valuable information, I might be branded a traitor. But such matters are trivial compared to the future of crestology.
Shh! Don't talk so loudly about it out here in the open.
Pardon my excitement. I simply cannot let the opportunity to study such a miraculous subject go to waste.
These awful crests may seem miraculous to you, but for me, they fall under the category of curse.
I hope one day you will share more about your tragic origins, whenever you have the time to recount it. Your tale may contain valuable information.
You are utterly lacking in empathy. You know that? Even if you spent your entire life observing me, you'd never understand my feelings and all I've been through. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I fear I may have made a misstep. I have no desire to trouble her, yet my research...
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, it looks like it's me and Flame. Let's go and fast travel somewhere. And let's go up to the cathedral. And, yeah. Where is she? Actually, I can't think of it. Oh, was she back here? No, that's Ignatz. Oh, what am I sorry, I'm not thinking straight. I'm still thinking on the last line of stuff and not on this. Professor.
It has been a while since we last spoke, Professor. Spare me a moment again, will you not?
Yeah, far away.
You recall how you helped me and allowed me to join your class, yes? I have learned a great many things since then. Indeed, I have truly grown so much. This personal growth is due in large part to you. And I wish to express my gratitude, sincerely. Excuse me? Are you implying that I am still naive? I will have you know that I have made many friends and am constantly learning new things. Why, when I go to the market alone,
I even haggle. You must be familiar with the delicate art of haggling, in which one negotiates a lower asking price for an item. That is the type of knowledge common only to those as mature as myself.
Who? Me? Have you not asked this once before? It is a bit rude to ask repeatedly, you know.
Is that so? Well, it seems we have something in common, since I do not know your age either.
Come now. There is nothing to be gained from focusing so heavily on age. Touching on a previous discussion, I think I have learned more about you. I mentioned how you possess an air of mystery. I compared you to any old sea, but I have come to realize you are more like a particular sea, one I have seen before. When I was quite small, my mother would take me out to play in the sea. She was an excellent fisher, my mother. I grew to love fish deeply because of her.
Yeah, where are you?
Well, you see, fish are... Oh, wait. I was talking about the sea, was I not? Anyhow, I sense that, like the sea, your depths are seemingly impenetrable. Yet, despite your unknowable depths, there is something familiar about you. It's as if we have met somewhere, long, long ago. No, I do not think so. It is all quite strange, really. Still, I do not think you could be a complete stranger either. Both your hair and eyes are unmistakably... Oh, apologies. Just muttering to myself. It is nothing. Mutterings aside, I mean to say that you do not feel like a stranger to me.
I'm not a fucking stranger
For
to you.
whatever reason, I feel deeply connected to you. And for this, I am glad.
Great. Okay. I think that's all done. Oh, I don't think we're ever going to be able to do that several valuable secrets, because I think we have to have done the trade secrets in let's call it Act 1, in Part 1. So I think we might be scuppered there. We've got a little bit of money, but I think I'll save that for certifications. Don't think there's anything else to do, so we'll end the free time. Yeah, let's instruct manually. That's how we roll. Cool. Right. Okay. So, any obvious candidates? Sylvain sat there looking very obvious. I think we'll do.
I thought that. Hey, that was useful.
Cool.
Still old.
I think Swift Strikes is going to be quite good. So, can we? No, we can't do things here. Okay, so we'll have to remember. Annette is fairly low hanging fruit. We could focus Mercedes down the armor route, but maybe not. Ingas, you have a lot to do. Axe and bow. Felix. Yeah, Felix, we were. Oh, right, so we were. Okay. It was the question of whether to go Mortal Savant or get him into punching mode. I think we prefer punching mode. Seems like that's changing most weeks, but whatever. Dorothea.
I got it.
Good stuff, Dorothea.
You're
That
quite the
should be
motive.
enough.
Everything went pretty well today. It's starting to...
Okay, so we didn't get anything great from that. That's kind of a shame, but whatever. I'm going to try and
Everything would.
that a bit. Petra, yes. Well, firstly,
I have understanding.
okay, good.
I work.
Fine.
You.
Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that, but doesn't matter.
Your.
Cool. Best girl, yes.
He's.
So I guess we've got D plus. Look. Okay, not bad. Hilda, are we committing to you? Are we committing to you? Okay, good progress, but I don't know if that was necessarily where we wanted to go. Mercedes. I don't really care about that. Oh, we don't have enough activity points. Fine. Okay, let's begin training.
Professor?
Absolutely, categorically not. Right. Come on, game.
Amazing, no?
Good work, you two. That got your riding up, which is fantastic.
Now is the
but I'm struggling to remember who went up a rank. Someone did. I mean, lots of people going up who don't matter, but that's fine.
I think I got it.
Useful
I'll
to
try to
Jamie.
put this to use.
Useful to anyone.
There is always more to learn.
Also
Well
good.
worth the effort.
I suppose it's working.
Cool. Yeah, who was it? It wasn't Felix. Was it Sylvain? Oh, it's not items, is it? Abilities. Someone got something that looked pretty good. Was it Felix? Yeah, she wouldn't use that. I think it was Inga's. To be honest, I mean, if Ferdy's not going to use that, he might as well have the extra stats. Or attributes, rather. Yeah, still not doing that thing. I don't know on this. Ooh. Eventually, I think we'll want lands. Right, I can't remember what we did. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't want to start bags of time yet. Right, we will continue to prioritise exploration. I guess we could. Oh no, only Felix can do that. Right, okay, fine. I mean, it might be that. Oh, excuse me. It might be that Byleth can make it, but. I guess that doesn't really. Right. What was the calendar thing? Blessing of the land. View schedule details. I think it's wild. I don't know whether we're. That's something if we want to check up. Okay. Miracle beans, all very nice. Vegetable seeds. Okay. Can we? Excuse me. If we do that, and then we cultivate the. Okay, that's just not really good. Fine. Inventory. Item. Miracle bean. Look by one. I think we store that. I think actually Inga's is the, right, okay. Right, sorry. So this is gonna be one in. And then concoction. Okay. So yeah. Cash
Maybe.
is a problem, but no, we'll just have to deal with it as best we can. Jewel with you are both good. Oh, that's what Dorothea and Mercedes. That is one thing that we do that
I hope
we do kind of, yeah, want them to get the faith experience. Excuse me.
Professor.
Bedtime. Yeah, full menu. Right, actually, who do we want to do? Right, okay, so first off, goals. Right, Felix and Sylvain are two people who actually need it with each other, but they might go elsewhere. Felix Bernie looks interesting. Felix Seteth is kind of interesting, but I think we'll go. Can we get Felix and Bernie? Let's see what that brings.
That looks epic.
Ooh.
Okay, and then Sylvain. What do you got, Bernie? You know what, Sylvain Flame. Can we get that? Okay, fruit and tart. Yeah, I want to see this.
This is nearly as delicious as Mother's cooking. I would happily eat this every day.
Yeah, you just get it, Professor. This is my favorite.
Another thing, like that I wanted to mention before, and I don't think I did. As far as I understand it, the character models work in the sense that if you pick in battle Byleth to look like this in battle, he will look like this in battle. So why not allow it to work? That's a very camp outfit, by the way, over here. Why not allow it to work both ways? Why not allow them to wear their war gear around the monastery? It seems to be the same models, so I'm assuming it doesn't make any difference. Odd to withhold that. Anyway. Goals. Ingrid and Ferdinand. Let's start with Ingrid. Ingrid. Bernie's already gone. I think we're going to push Seta further. So go.
The flavor is nostalgic.
I appreciate.
Sick. Okay. Thankfully we're not getting too many supports, so that's good. 30 doesn't matter too much to us, but do we have 30 Mercedes?
This is my
Delicious.
Okay, good. Goals. Dorothea and Petra. Whoa, let's go with that. So Dorothea has an opening with Sylvain's already gone, I think. Might do Casper, that feels fairly insufferable. Maybe we just do each other, to be honest. That would be like of most use. Cool.
I would be.
Okay. Next up, Beskil and Hilda. I think Beskil and Hilda might be maxed out actually. Yeah, they are. So, Lysithia. Yes, we'll do Hanneman. And then we need Hilda.
Lysithia?
Hey,
Uncomfortably force her to be in that. Hilda. Birdie's already been. We've already had Seta. I wouldn't say no to a bit of Marianne, if we can get that. Yeah. Let's see if we can get some bonds going there.
it's delicious. I know, so tasty. It would be nice if you spoke up once in a while, though.
Yeah, get her. Right, okay. Anybody else who... Okay, so Cyril. We might as well have everybody where they need to be. Really should be working with Lysithia if we're going to do that. Cyril Shamir. But I feel like there's something there. Shamir and Cyril.
Having a meal together with Shamir. I'm happy and more than a bit nervous.
It's rude to ignore the professor like that.
The professor. Right, okay, so we've got all that. I guess it's just who haven't we done? If we go full menu, let's just pick something. So, Annette and Ignatz. Well, I guess Annette's in my house, so maybe I should try and do something here. Dimitri doesn't eat anymore because he's a fucking useless cunt. Annette and Lynn? Oh, Annette and Gilbert. If we can get Annette and Gilbert, yeah, okay. Annette, but not Gilbert. Annette. That looks like an Annette and Gilbert one. Yeah.
Pardon me, Professor. I am happy to accept your invitation, but...
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm at a loss as to what I should talk about.
Well, very good. Okay, well, it's Mercedes, it's Ferdinand, it's Mercedes, Ferdinand, and me going for a quick leak.
Oh, Mercedes. This is unexpected.
Hello, Ferdinand. Did you come to pray?
I did. I quite like the atmosphere in the cathedral. It is holy and solemn. Perfectly suited to a noble, wouldn't you say?
I guess so.
You guess so? I think the matter is rather clear-cut. It is incumbent upon nobles that we pray regularly to the goddess. The piety of the nobles is a model for commoners. It teaches them the value of devotion.
Absolutely. I know exactly what you mean. I couldn't agree more.
These days, many nobles scarcely, if ever, pray. Look around. You and I are alone in this cathedral. It is really quite a shame.
Well, I don't really know that I count as a noble anyway.
I am afraid the nobility seems to be losing its way. When you pray, you're usually alone, right?
Yes, you're right. I usually am.
Precisely. Where are the others? Of course you cannot force people to worship. That is out of the question. Nobles must determine for themselves what they will believe and how they will pray. A religion foisted on you without your say is not much of a religion at all. Do you not agree?
Yes, I definitely agree. Definitely agree.
On the other hand, we cannot stand idly by while...
It was great talking to you, but I'm getting pretty sleepy. I'm gonna head off to bed. Good night.
All in all, one has to conclude. Mercedes, where did she go? I must have inspired her to go out and revive the faith. Perhaps I should do the same. I cannot let her show me up.
So what characters do I relate to in this? Let's have a look at this screen. Byleth, no, not in the slightest. Dimitri, no, not in the slightest. Yeah, we've all been an edgelord teen. Well, we haven't all been edgelord teenagers. Some of you, maybe you viewers, were normal teenagers. I was a dork like Felix. I can totally relate to Felix. No. There's parts of Sylvain that I can relate to. And it's mostly the worst parts of Sylvain's character, unfortunately, where he's, basically justifying taking advantage of the world because he feels like the world owes him something. Having, in fact, been given gift after gift. So, yeah, it's not, I don't feel great, but yeah, that's the thing. Mercedes, no, I have no bearing there. Annette, no. Inga's, not especially. There's a little bit with Ferdinand. Like, I definitely that interaction is inspiring this. That, like, have I ever wanted to talk about the relative merits of something? And we do on this channel video games, and I'm assuming you're here and you're listening, you're interested in the content. But you know, try to imagine that sometimes I can't help myself and I end up talking about stuff, and the other party just quite rightly just doesn't care. So maybe there's a touch there. I would love to be Lynn, but I'm not Lynn. I would not love to be Casper, and I'm not Casper. Yeah, a little bit, but yeah, that's the nature of being an internet person. No. God, I wish it, but no, obviously not. No, I don't think so. Lysithea reminds me. Is this too much information? Maybe that's too much information. Let's skip it. I once knew somebody who reminded me very much of Lysithea, and I suspect that's why she ends up being best girl for me. Marianne, not really to that extent. Oh my god. No, I don't relate to Hilda, but fuck me. Like, if I knew a Hilda, they would absolutely, yeah, be torn apart. Leonie, no. Sethith, yes. The older I get, the more Sethith-y I get, yeah. Flane, no, but Flane's a bit weirdo, I think, in this. Hanneman, yeah, I can, you know, for all I slag off Hanneman, like, some of the, like, the whole, like, research, I wanted to talk academically about something that is somebody else's life. Yeah, I've been guilty of that. Normally, the closer I am to the person, the worse I am for that. So, which is a really bad trait. I maybe need to go away and look at myself over that. But yeah, Hanneman definitely is the thing. Manuel A. Yeah, I mean, I suppose we're both pissheads, and I've got to relate there. No. Shamir seems to have some sort of thing. Oh, it's with Vile. So is it just... Right, okay. Oh no, okay, yeah, it's just that. Right, so we will skip away here, and then we will... Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's all. It's probably the quickest way to do it. Why they decided that the Shamir support should be in the tea room, I don't know, but tea room we go. Alright, enjoy.
Thanks for your help out there. Battles tend to go smoother with you around.
Yeah, no shit.
I think you did most of the heavy lifting. It may be unwise to think this way on the battlefield, but I feel I can trust your commands without question. Not sure. I might have an idea, but never mind. I've also noticed that you've been putting me in more precarious situations lately. Almost like you know I won't question your orders. Huh. I'm glad you trust me to get the job done, but still, I knew you were doing it on purpose. You're in a very important position now that you're leading the charge against the Empire. Funny to think you used to just teach at the Officers' Academy. Your old students still call you Professor. That's no title for the commander of an army. You'll always be their professor, huh? You sure are an interesting one. My people lost the war, and I was left to wander Fodlan alone. But I guess meeting you was my prize. You look confused. Did you not know any of this? I was living in my homeland of Dagda, up until the Imperial Army destroyed it 10 years ago. But being a mercenary, I have no real allegiance. That's why I'm working here now. Don't worry though, I don't plan to turn on you.
Thanks, man. You're the best. Right, okay. There we go.
That's right.
So we've got that covered, we've got this covered. It looks like that will be the end of, not quite the month. Oh, but apologies, it's Gilbert's birthday, and you know, there ain't no party like a Gilbert tea party. So let's host a tea party. Yeah, I've just been crying out for I don't know, an almond blend.
I am honored to be invited.
Yes, you should be.
Scent. It seems we have similar tastes in tea.
Actually, I fucking hate
Have
this
my
stuff.
gratitude.
But just get it in your face.
Oh, this is... Indeed.
I mean, overcoming weaknesses sounds promising, so we'll go with that.
What?
Gardening mishaps. Children at the market. God, you're weird. But sure.
What?
Ooh, yeah, wood carving.
Spear, sword, archery, martial arts, soldiery. I believe I've mastered most things worth mastering.
You're fucking terrible.
Indeed.
Look, you're surrounded by people who are better than you at everything. Alright, let me observe you. Jokes. Right, less drinking tea. More.
How delicious. I have been training for decades.
I've developed strong arms.
These are
Yeah.
good leaves. You seem to have something to say.
I didn't realise moving would cause him to do this.
These are good leaves.
Right, okay.
These are good leaves.
Yeah, aren't they? Oh, yeah, great leaves. Right. Okay, I just need banter. Right, okay, good. Right, and
Thank you for the invitation.
yeah, just piss off. Never speak to me again. But it is kind of useful to get that. Oh, what's this? Yeah, that was me. Curious about how Gilbert was doing.
Dear goddess, please allow His Majesty to rest in peace. Who is it? Oh, Professor. What brings you here at this hour?
Searching for losers.
I am most sorry for disturbing you.
Good. Let's do it
The
again.
hour is late, Professor. You should be resting in preparation for the day to come.
What were you doing?
I was offering my prayers to the goddess. It is all that I can do now. I told you I was in service of the royal family, yes? When I was only a young soldier, the king saw fit to make a knight of me. I was given the great honor of guiding and protecting the royal family.
How'd that go?
I served in that post for nearly 40 years. I instructed both King Lambert and Prince Dimitri in the arts of combat, tactics, and academia. I also did all in my power to keep them safe. Until that day, I was unable to fulfill my duty. I was powerless.
Well, yeah, I mean, presumably you aggroed the entirety of Dusker or
Yes.
something, based on our time with you.
When I received word of the attack, it was already too late. His Majesty was dead, along with many knights and soldiers. If only I had made it to Dusker more quickly. It is my fault that His Highness Dimitri has become the way he is now.
You
After that, I
bastard.
abandoned my wife and child and fled my homeland. I turned my back on everything I swore to protect. My sins are countless.
Yeah, you are a wanker,
Bear
to
the
be
weight
honest.
of my guilt for as long as I live.
Yeah, praying to the gods won't help.
What else can I do for His Majesty and all of those who died that day?
What about his fucking majesty? Like, fucking, what about your fucking child, you bellend?
Long ago, there was someone who told me something quite similar. Forgive me. This will not do. As I grow older, I find myself talking endlessly about the past. But it is too late for such things now. I have finished my prayers. We should return.
It's an interesting thing, I suppose, with this, like seeing a little bit of myself in Gilbert there. Just being a very glass half empty person, always seeing the worst. An actual fight.
You're wrong. It's not like that, Glenn. I swear it. Any love I once had for my stepsister has been tossed aside. Only hatred remains. If I could tear that woman to shreds right this very moment, I would! I don't care if she's the Emperor. It's no different than killing anyone else. So I beg you, all of you, do not worry about my resolve. Please, Father, and you too, stepmother, do not gaze at me with that look in your eyes. I will bring you her head soon, and when I do, you may finally rest in peace. I know it. Yes, I know it. What do you want? I see. We should make haste and prepare to move out at once. I must kill her as soon as possible. I don't have time to leisurely set up camp like the rest of you fools.
Pardon the interruption. We must prepare a counterattack at once. The Imperial Army has caught wind of our position. It would seem they were patrolling this place after all.
The Imperial Army, is it? Well, well.
Your Highness, I ask that you please refrain from reckless behavior in battle.
It would seem the report that the Knights of Syros have returned was accurate. This is going to take some effort.
Brother, I heard a rumor that there is a vicious murderer among our enemies.
Well, who knows if there's any truth to it? Though I admit we have lost some soldiers recently. Whether he's among them or not, taking on the Knights of Syros is extremely dangerous. You're not ready for the front lines, Fleisch. Stay in the back and support us from there. Understood?
No! I want to stay with you. I have to...
I need you to understand, Fleisch. I will come back, I promise.
Fine. I trust you, brother. Please, be safe.
All units, prepare to attack!
There we go. And it looks like we've got a mission. It's taking a day to attack, but that's fine. I think we can just save it and go. Oh no, not into my Verdant Wind saves. These are my original Black Eagles ones, I guess. No, I saved it in that weird way. Yeah, sure. Alright. I guess we'll just quickly check whether there's anything to repair. I think we can go one more mission without repairing that. Skinflint. Ferdinand is Iron Axe, shouldn't be a problem. Okay, good enough for me. Battalion Guild. Replenish. Yeah, let's replenish Leonie's. Right, here we go. Let's protect Garrick Mark. And let's save it again. Which I'd never learn every single time. Let's just save it twice.
At the monastery at Garrick Mach, the Kingdom Army proceeds to bolster its forces, but the Empire is already one step ahead. An Imperial vanguard, led by General Randolph, has deduced the location of the Kingdom Army and now advances with the aim of toppling Garrick Mach for a second time.
Yeah, at least it's not specific Randolph, to be fair. Okay, so we'll be bringing out the 18 for this. I don't remember this mission. All I remember is it's a lot less difficult than previous story mission we did. Are we underestimating it? Yeah, possibly. Are we going to use under-leveled units? Absolutely. Okay. Right, okay, so get rid of you lot there. Okay, cool, so we're down to 2. Alessia, Dorothea, and Mercedes, obviously. Inga's, Felix, naturally. Annette, I think Petra. Don't love Petra. Sylvain, I feel like he's an important part of the house and the story, so yeah, we'll get Sylvain in it, even though he's not that good. That leaves one more. Hilda is massively under-leveled and maybe will benefit from just gaining some levels as an what do they call it, an adjutant? Adjutant. Okay. Ferdinand's got a bit more staying power. Having a frontliner is useful. Having a little rider is just incredible. I think I'm going to go with that. And then, so, okay, support. Ferdinand, who do you support? That's on ranks. Hilda, but Hilda is, okay. Yeah. Okay, Hilda on Byleth. That's fine. Birdie. I guess we've got Dorothea, which is probably not kind of that doesn't really help. Well, he should go up levels, but doesn't help anything else. Who else? I kind of wouldn't mind Setith. Take him? Apparently we can't take him. Okay. Right, you know what, whatever. So who likes Felix or wants to be liked by Felix? Bernie? Right, okay, map. What the fuck is this shit? Right, okay, oh god. Right. That is a pretty significant amount of power for just 3 of them. It feels like we probably want to... Ooh, no, maybe not. Maybe she's more useful on that side. Okay, so we've got magic, we've got flying. The bow would be kind of useful. I think we'll swap these two. Could be quite nasty, this one. Let's do it.
The Knights of Seros are a powerful enemy, but we have more soldiers. We'll take them down all at once.
There are more enemies than expected. Attacking with fire would prove most useful here.
Report.
The enemy has entered the periphery of Garreg Mach.
If they reach the interior, we won't be able to protect the monastery. Drive them back.
Yeah, well, that's not what to do, but sure.
Let's make this quick.
So, first off, what's up here?
It's done.
Great work, Sophia.
What's my strategy?
Silver sword. Ooh, reasonable chance of critting, but you're only actually going to hit them once. So what if we did a wrath strike? Better. Ooh, grounder. Grounder much better. Yeah, I'll see that. Good. Okay. Good result.
I will prevail.
Patrons. And that. Okay, that's a problem. I think just immediately
I will prevail.
deal with that. Can we iron sword 2 hits? God damn, like. I suppose you're going to do this, aren't you?
No use. Remain cautious.
Right, okay.
At the monastery.
Yeah, okay, so we will need to reposition troops. Yeah. Is Fire Emblem Three Houses too long, or is it the way I'm playing it that's too long? I still I don't feel it's like I played Persona 5 recently, and Persona 5 is just far longer than it should be. Oh god, do we not have... Oh god, okay. Right, yes. Two more, a Mercedes. What else do we take? I think we were taking a Seteth, weren't we? Right, okay. Byleth, Hilda. Who doesn't do much. Someone had Bernie. Felix. Really Dorothy a third one, even though there wasn't much of a thing. Right, okay. Cynthia. Okay. It's there, it's there. Right, okay. Fine. Let's fight.
The Knights of Sero.
There are more enemies.
Report.
If they reach...
Right.
Let's make this quick.
Hopefully this time we don't have such a horrendous start.
No time to slow down.
Right, best girl.
I will prevail.
So this is a see. Ooh, that means. Okay, yeah. Chance for a hit. Good.
What's my strategy?
Maybe we do ground on this one.
This could turn the tides.
Good stuff. Okay. Yeah, this is a bit unpleasant, this one, isn't it?
I'll comply.
Hypothetically, there's two.
Hunt them like
I
beasts.
think I might accept that.
I'm your girl. You're done. What's next?
Yeah, I'm sure that was the right play.
Wait, that.
Okay.
I'll cut through. Guide me well.
Okay. That was a gem that hurt. Okay. Yeah, let's try that. Okay. First fair and warfare. Excuse me, there's a message to deal with. Right, okay.
More fighting.
It's a bit advanced, but can we? I might as well just get on my energy. Probably wasn't the best call. Because we've got that one going.
Ready when you are.
Fingers.
I aim for greatness.
Congratulations on the greatness.
What's the plan?
Surveying ready for that. Oh shit! I didn't.
At your service.
Apologies.
Right, this has been a dreadful first go. Good. Okay, bad level. So should have had some damage done that to him, but didn't because I cocked that up. Fingers. He's down. Yeah, I mean, we're not letting Ingas drop, and we've also just done really badly with this. I recognise it. It's not mission, but
I'll only slow you down.
yeah.
Damn.
Okay. 3 people down. We get.
It is our duty to guide these soldiers to their destination. Stay alert. An attack may come at any time.
Just before I quit, I assumed it was a swap. So we need to get that person up to that. Yeah, should be able to. Won't be able to on this playthrough. Was this the? Just forgive me. Was this the one with? Yeah. Okay. So there's a mild start at the. A mild edit at the start will be required. Right. Okay. Cool. We're not going to do this. Let us set up the conditions for a restart. I think that seems pretty good to me. Yeah, nothing more to say. So, it's the day of the mission. You must go about. Guess I must. Right. Thank you ever so much for watching. Sorry it's been a slightly shorter episode, but you've had some belting long ones and some fucking exhaustingly long ones recently. So I think this is the right balance. These videos are recorded massively in advance. But I had a recent message that came through from one person saying they really enjoyed the content, and I think, thank you, that person, and also that it was a nice feeling, because I don't know if people necessarily enjoy this that much. My overarching goal is still to make a game whose content people will enjoy. At some point I'm going to need an artist for that. The artist is definitely the clear main missing piece of the puzzle. And if we haven't already done it by this point, I'd be clear that we are moving towards a session on building a game design document. Let's make some RPGs ourselves, because it's doable. It's not that complicated, and even if we're not the people who make the best, RPG of the era, there wouldn't ever be so arrogant as to think that's a possibility for us. Maybe we can make something that's good enough that nudges the right people in the right direction. But that's a rather navel-gazing way to look at it. The important thing for now is thank you very much for watching. Please do, again, don't worry about liking. Or don't worry about subscribing, but if you comment, that lands with me. you know, this channel will never be big enough to worry about likes, subscribes, algorithms. This is just not going to be that sort of thing. But if you as a person enjoy it, or don't enjoy it, and want to tell me like, no, you're absolutely terrible, just give me some sort of reaction. I'd love that. So yeah. All right. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.